up, and that was completely coincidental that I was talking to him. How old is your sister, and how many number ones does she have?
She's 27. It's the redhead one, and she has 2 kids, so...
Yeah.
2 number ones?
Boy, she got in there fast, didn't she?
Yeah.
She's like, you're not going to stop me from squeezing these cabbages before I'm 30. Mm-hmm. So you got another one coming?
No, she got a tube side.
The other one's got another one coming.
Other one, older one, foxy one.
Yeah.
So Elena's the younger sister, right?
Elena's younger, Martina's older.
Okay,
yes.
Happy birthday, Elena.
Hey, happy birthday, Lane.
Yeah, happy birthday,
What
Lane.
are you going to do something with her?
She's coming over tonight, and I'm going to make dinner.
Social distancing.
Well, she's going to come over tonight. It'll be fine. She's been in her house for 3 weeks. She's going to come over tonight, make dinner, and we'll hang out for a little bit.
What will you have?
We're going to do like chicken fajita bowls, kind of like peppers and onions and chicken and rice. And
That's her birthday meal?
I can't cook much. What do you want me to cook?
I mean, isn't it her choice? It's her birthday.
It is her birthday, but I already made the chicken yesterday. So
Limited resources.
Oh,
Yeah.
you prepped the chicken.
well, I bought a big thing of it. It only came in 2 pounds, so I had all this extra chicken.
I think the
else am
important
I gonna
part
do
is
with
I
it?
assume that she's coming by herself to get the hell out of the house and away from those kids.
Yes. Come
Right,
hang
so
out for a little bit.
That's
relax.
the real birthday
Yes.
gift. So your sister, younger sister, is the same age as Poundcake.
Yes.
And yet, she seems, only having met her on a couple of occasions, seems lovely, but also seems so accomplished.
Yeah.
Compared to our young Cody.
She's got some kids. That'll grow you up real quick.
It
Fat
sure
lips,
will.
my dear.
Yeah.
It
What'd you
sure
say?
will. He's going.
Fat
He's doing
lips.
shtick again. He's like a barnacle on a ship. Once he gets a hit, he keeps swinging, boy.
Oh,
Keeps
yeah.
swinging.
With my eyes closed.
All right, so yeah, okay, good. Well, happy birthday to her.
And Lena and Elton.
Yeah, Elton John, 73. My wife's family on her mother's side is French Canadian, and her maternal grandmother, who died before I got to meet her. We were together, but I didn't meet her. I met Gwen's mother at her mother's funeral. So I never met the woman. But she was from Billings, Montana, originally. And so anytime I see something, we have bureau chiefs in Billings, Montana. And Billings comes up in the news today because of a very happy accident. There's a dentist in Billings, Montana. And again, I don't know how big it is. It's probably one of the biggest cities in Montana. I don't know what that means. But I think if you're living in Montana, you probably don't have to do a whole lot of physical distancing, I don't think. I mean, there are not that many people in Montana. You know, you hear about guys like Letterman and Maury Povich, celebrities that have houses there, big ranches. When this coronavirus thing blew up, they just skipped town and went to their house. If you're sitting in a house in the middle of Montana, you're great. You're not going to see anybody. You're just kicking it. Like, you don't care what's going on.
Still need
there.
supplies and stuff.
You got them. I mean, I imagine if you've got a ranch or a house in Montana, that thing is already stocked. It's not like you get there and go, oh, I got to go grocery shopping, you know? It's like where you go, even in the best of times, to just get away from everybody.
Just seems like a lot of work.
Enjoy some big sky country. Mm-hmm. You might have staff there. You might have to kick the staff out. So get out of here, you deadbeats.
They probably got horses and stuff you got to maintain.
Yeah, they might have staff. Anyway, this dentist in Billings, Montana, dynamite name, Dr. Remington Townsend. White guy, if you can believe it. Dr. Remington Townsend discovered because of a messed up order a few years ago. 6 years ago, they way over-ordered masks. They way over-ordered medical masks, and they've had them in storage. Somebody clicked an extra zero or something on a shipping order, and they were going to send all of their extra supplies back to the factory before this thing blew up. But they held on to them, and now they are donating 700,000 masks.
Oh, my God. Did they accidentally order 1 million?
They accidentally ordered a lot more than they needed.
How do you have the budget for that?
And also, who doesn't return that?
Well, I think it's one of those things like Alan with his batteries. They're not going to go bad, and you'll use them eventually.
would
I'll
be
tell you
too
who
much
doesn't.
work.
I'll tell you who doesn't return them. Dr. Remington Townsend. That's who.
That's right. Well, it worked out, I guess.
That's a big budget, though.
So he's been getting hit up with from hospitals all over the country. A hospital in Wyoming said they were down to their last 100 masks. He's been hearing from hospitals all around the country.
He's like Oprah. You get a mask. You get a mask.
You get a mask.
Not you. Y'all thought it was a hoax. Not
Yeah,
you. You don't get a mask.
I was going to say, I wonder how he is distributing them, like deciding who gets what.
I don't know.
Probably just local.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
You
but
can walk in
also-
there and pop off.
Probably more. I think they're probably doing a little bit more than first come, first serve. They're saying, hey, let's get these to the places that really need
Need 'em
them.
first.
Like
Yeah.
New York needs them.
700,000.
So let's get them out there.
I mean, that's a lot, but is
Well, you
that
figure
enough?
they're thin, they're packed tight. They're, well, it's not enough, but it's more than
How
anybody
much-
thought they had up until this guy said something.
How much would we need to be like, okay?
10 billion.
10 billion masks. Yeah, I don't know.
What if we just get one mask, like
Pass it around.
like the mask? You put it on, you become a deranged cartoon character.
He wasn't really that health safety conscious.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Am I picturing the movie wrong? Because I thought he put on the mask and became a doctor.
No. He was licking toilet seats and deodorant and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Stanley Ipkiss is the person you're thinking of.
AKA Cuban Pete.
Yeah. Speaking of Oprah, she's making Stedman live in the guest house because he didn't take this whole thing seriously enough. Boy, what has kept those two together, by the way, for 35 years? Oprah and Stedman.
Stedman laying
I
that
mean,
That
that
is.
pipe.
Right.
Really? The
call
guy's
him-
like 70.
They call him
So
Stedman.
is she.
They call him Studman?
I just imagine that's what Oprah calls him.
I just figured that he was like her beard, not in like a lesbian kind of way, but just like she wanted to look somewhat relatable. She didn't have kids. She's super rich. She found a guy who's also accomplished, and she's like, I'll just hang out. But
What did he do?
Oh, he's like a hedge fund guy or something, I think.
I bet you his guest house is literally
Better than anybody else's house
like
that we know.
it's a mansion.
Of course. But still, she's like, I know we've been together for 35 years. Get your ass in the guest house.
Stedman is at the guest house because Stedman did not arrive from Chicago until Thursday. So Stedman's like, what's the procedure for coming home? The procedure is, you ain't coming and sleeping in my bed. Literally, Ariana, he goes, I'm not. I go, oh, no. It doesn't work that way. Have you not been paying attention to the news? Social distancing doesn't mean you're going to go sleep in the bed with the person when you have just got off American Airlines. We cannot play those games. So we're taking it very seriously. My friends say, oh, isn't Stedman upset? Oh, no, he's not. He really is. He's happy to make me safe.
You figure Oprah is at particular risk.
How you gonna get dogged?
She's a heavy
by Oprah?
gal, boy. Huh?
How you gonna get dogged by Oprah? She's like, you ain't sleeping in my bed.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna put up with it because she's a billionaire.
And
So
also,
you're
yeah,
like,
big
you-
sacrifice.
You're just like, okay, I'll just go stay in this
Entire
other
house.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I forget that Oprah is a billionaire.
He's like,
Wow.
Oprah's still sleeping in that queen bed, so he's got that little sliver on the side there. She's taking up the rest of it. I bet she like butterflies herself in that bed.
Yeah, you don't
he's
think
happy
she-
to get out in the guest
Well, you
house.
know
He was
how
looking.
she is.
He was looking for an excuse to get out to the guest house.
She loves bed.
I love bed.
That's her in the morning. You should only get up.
So, don't you want to get up and earn that $1 billion? Nope.
I love bread.
Oh, bread, Bill, is what she
bread.
said.
I love bread.
Maybe she sleeps on a bed of bread.
Maybe. She calls him Breadman.
Yeah.
That's how much she loves him.
You ain't sleeping in my bread.
Yeah. But she's visiting him there out at the guest house. She's standing 15 feet away from him.
How you doing?
Meals are dropped off.
Meals are dropped off.
Yeah, she got a chef. He is
yeah.
living the life.
Rich people.
He's like, I don't have to have Oprah in my ear talking about Weight Watchers.
You think he pressured her at one point to get married? You think he wants
Did
to
they
get
get
married?
married? They're
no,
not
married.
they're
No,
not
they didn't get
married.
married.
She says she doesn't want to get married.
Because she's got all that. She's all self-made.
Yeah,
What
she
she need
said-
to share it for?
She said, I provided the life I wanted for myself.
Yeah, but
and-
that's kind of a binary understanding of marriage. I mean, people don't just get married because they don't have any money. You don't just marry another person because they make more money than you do.
Maybe
I
you
mean-
don't. Lots of people do.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, if you're Oprah and Stedman, neither of you need the other one's money. So I'm sure at some point, I think she's been pretty open about it over the years. She's like, yeah, for a while, he was really crawling up my ass to get married. I didn't want to.
Probably for health insurance reasons.
So then,
Well, no, I'm sure it's
Oprah, I want
probably
to get on your health insurance.
something were to happen to him.
You have
or
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
if something were to happen to him or something happened to Oprah, like their relatives are probably all died off. So someone has to call the shots.
Yeah, but you can still be in someone's will.
You can give
and
someone
be
power
their
of attorney and all that stuff.
beneficiary. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Beneficiary is a word, sure. Yeah, is that the word you're looking for?
They're the person in charge of
Power
your
of
will.
attorney.
Executor
Power
of the
attorney.
will.
Executor.
Beneficiary. Power of attorney.
Beneficiary.
All these terms were thrown around, probably mildly applicable.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
I just think about marriage in the aspect of like if you're laid up in the bed with a feeding tube, you want the person that you marry to call the shots. Like
You can still
that's who
put
you
someone
trust.
in charge.
I feel like that's the default though. Like they go to your spouse first.
Right, but if you don't have a spouse, you are in charge of appointing somebody. So, like, just because I'm not married doesn't mean I don't have control over who makes those calls.
That was the huge sticking point with gay marriage being legal. As they're like, look, I love this person, and if they got sick or something, you're telling me that legally I couldn't be there making decisions for them because we're not married.
But can't you just appoint somebody?
You can, but
Here's my living will. I'm
Right.
not married. This is the person who's allowed to make decisions for me.
you can. Sometimes it's a family member.
Yeah.
It's sure you can. But when gay marriage was being fought for, they were like, why should that right be afforded to other people and not us?
Right.
Yeah, even though there are options,
Okay.
but
That's what I thought.
listen. When you eventually get married and have kids, you
Half
won't,
of that is true.
you won't have to
You're gonna
worry
have
about
kids?
that.
I'm going to have, by the way. Immaculate conception over here.
Yeah.
I always thought about the slippery slope being not someone trying to marry their dog, but someone that has a side piece, like side piece want rules, like so they can be in the emergency room, or if they could be, like if the guy's laid up, she's like, all right, well I get my time, wife, I get 2 to 5. This is my visitation hours.
2 to 5.
It's the side piece regulation rules, Act 14.
What would you do?
Act 14.
What would you do if you had your significant other in the hospital and some chick shows up, or for you guys it would be a dude. A dude shows up and he's like, "We've been together for 10 years. I don't know who you are. She's never mentioned you."
I've been
Charles
side
Kuralt, very famous case. Charles Kuralt was this guy that did bald, chubby dude, was on CBS News for 30 years, did the show On the Road with Charles Kuralt, right?
Two
Where he would get-
families, right?
2 families. Yep, he had 2 families that knew nothing about. Maybe the side piece family, the woman knew.
Could you
but
even be mad because they loved him just as much as you did?
the wife met the mistress at his funeral.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like, we have a whole family with him. Like when he had a family in New York or something, and then when he'd go on the road and do these pieces, I guess 30 years ago, he met some woman in North Dakota or something, and he had a family, and this guy was like a wholesome dude.
Wasn't
right?
Jim Gaffigan just in a movie last year that was like similar to this, where he had 2 families?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, like his son ended up like having him as an Uber driver, and then his son found out that he has this whole other family, that he was living this double life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, like, would you be mad at the other person?
Being Frank is the Gaffigan movie.
Yeah, I'd
where he's got
probably be
2
more
families.
mad at the significant other that was keeping the secret from me.
Right, but like if that other person showed up, you'd have to let him in, right? You'd have to be like, well, they have just as much entitlement to you
No, they
as
don't.
you do. If they were with him for the same amount of time.
But they're not legally married to
Yeah,
him.
they're not legally
unless they're a
married to him.
polygamist. I mean, unless
But even
then,
I mean,
it's
you're
like-
legally, but as a person, you wouldn't be like, oh, they loved him, they have a family. You would be like, screw you, you're not his. You know what I mean? You're
I
not
was here
her
first.
I'd be
husband.
like, that would be
Because they're
devastating.
losing a father and they're losing a or a wife for you.
I'd be devastated, but I wouldn't want to. I would.
Would you deny his other kids
Yes,
access to
get the
seeing their
hell
father?
out.
No,
Get
it's their
No.
father too. Or for you guys, it's their wife and their mother.
They were living a lie.
Yeah, see,
Get out.
But they didn't know.
It's such
It's too bad.
it's such a different scenario if it's a lady that had secret kids.
Oh yeah, a lady can't have secret kids. I'm thinking it for me.
I'm a real dolt if I'm just like, hey, you're getting a little fat.
In one area too. What's that about?
but you
Hey,
figure
I didn't see you for a couple of weeks. Where are you at? Oh, just
Work
getting
trip.
back into shape.
But you figure one family isn't going to see him as often as the other one.
Right.
So there have to be explanations that the woman would have to give the kids as to why their dad wasn't around.
I have a friend that this happened to. I think it was his grandfather or something like that, had 2 families, and turns out his family was the side piece family. So when the grandfather passed, he left all of his assets to the actual family. So he was
I just
devastated.
don't know why you'd want to do all that
That's a
work.
lot
Yeah,
of
women
work.
can't have secret families.
His grandfather was a pilot.
Like they can have other.
I could have another husband.
dude, but yeah.
Mary, bite your tongue. Women can do whatever they put their minds to.
We could adopt.
Don't you? Oh,
I could have another family that I adopt.
you could adopt a secret family.
I could. I could have another husband and we could adopt kids.
All right, I want you to go adopt a couple of kids, but don't tell me who they are or what they look like. I wouldn't be surprised.
Is it a boy? I think it's a boy.
Oh, he's 16, you say? Perfect age. Oh, that's a fun age, isn't it? It's a fun age. Yeah, well, there you go.
You'd have to let them see him.
No, you wouldn't.
That's their dad.
Who cares?
It's
I
still
ain't had
their
no dad. Look how I turned out.
Great.
Let's get this
Yeah,
guy
let's
a
let him see
dad.
him.
Coffin skate.
Toot sweet.
You can, I'm going to confiscate you out of this emergency room. Confiscate it. Confiscate it. Security,
Yeah.
get this side piece family out of here. They're stinking up my hallway.
Set the hospital on fire and not save any of them.
Confiscate it. Hee hee.
The after hours line, you can always leave us a message. It is 216-986-8903.
Hi, all. Ron from Talmadge. Show's meteoric at best. I heard Poundcake's voice light up yesterday when he learned the word shuttlecock. I thought I'd introduce him to petcock, which is a type of valve.
Yeah, have you ever heard of a petcock?
A type of valve?
A valve in a car, like a petcock is something, I think it has to do with like sometimes the heat or the air conditioning or something. It feels like old-timey, but I think some cars you might still be able to put them in. A petcock.
No, never heard of it.
All right.
I'll let him imagine if pet can be a verb or a noun there. Second, I'm really digging the new Metallica and Slippery Cervix joint, Masturbation of Puppets. Later.
There you go. Masturbation of Puppets. Metallica. That would be funny if you knew any Metallica songs.
I know a
But
couple
nevertheless,
lines of a few.
Yeah. Nothing else
Just
mares.
wait for Monday.
Just wait for Monday.
Just wait for Monday.
Metallica Monday, Mayor Metallica.
Metallica Mondays.
Metallica Monday. Because Metallica is doing their streaming on Mondays now.
And I'm going to release a
Old
video.
concerts, and you're going to do Metallica Mondays. Mm-hmm. Going to glom right on.
Yeah, you
You're
just
going to
wait.
hitch your wagon to that star.
You just wait until real Metallica shares it and I become famous. Mm-hmm. And you guys will be like, oh, we knew her when.
They'll go, whoa, this woman is amazing doing our songs and from such a spacious, sunny apartment.
Right?
These are the kind of songs.
ground.
These are the kind of songs we would imagine coming from someone who was living underground. So you don't want to do Masturbator of Puppets?
No. I don't know that. I haven't written them yet.
You sure?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't even know how that one starts.
That was how it started.
When do the lyrics come?
Not for a while.
Okay. I got time then.
I'll just start you with that.
Yeah, that's all I need. That's all I need to make a masterpiece.
Uh-huh. All right. Here, I'll get you some lyrics. Hold on. You can probably, this makes sense to you probably, right?
No,
It is fun to see somebody who is entirely
I'm
unfamiliar
trying
with
so
something
hard
that I've
to-
loved like for 35 years, you know?
I know how that one goes.
baffled by him?
Master.
You're right.
Okay, so plaster.
Okay, Stevie.
This one's about building a house.
Blaster.
Plaster.
Uh-huh.
Faster. You got to do it quicker. You're on a deadline. I don't know it. Okay, I give you some.
puppets built with the singing and the puppets and the masturbation and the puppets and the master blaster.
Master. Plaster. Do you got it or do you no cover the hole?
Well, hey, just wait till Monday.
No, that's it. Do you got
really
to do
want you
it
to
and
work-
cover the hole?
Yeah, I really want you to work on them. So I'll give you a little bit
Okay,
of...
wait. All right, fine.
I give you a good idea for one of them.
I know. Co-writer Bill Squire.
Oh, yeah? Which
Slippery.
one?
He's the slippery
I don't need
cervix
any.
guy.
It's okay.
No accolades.
No.
I love bread.
All right, let me break. I'll have a copy of MLB The Show for you closer to 4:20, and then 4:30, will be your next crack at $1,000. We're giving away a lot of money over the next few weeks to help you guys pay your bills. So $1,000 on the way at 4:30, 5:30, and 6:30. Okay, so be around for those. 35192 if you want to text. We'll be back after these.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Some people are getting used to living in this brave new world without pants.